This is your WCIA 3 forecast first, sponsored by Mattis Heating, Cooling, and Plumbing.
Well, take a look at the very rainy night that is showing up here in the Charleston area. That is our Flooring America Weather iNet First Mid-Bank camera. And yeah, that rain really coming down there, as you can see. And we can see it also on the radar as well. Storm Tracker Doppler. Let's zoom in, and you can see here into Coles County from Charleston, then over into Edgar County near Kansas, up to Newman, to Edgar County and Chrisman, and all the way down towards Casey, Greenup, along I-70 all the way over to Marshall. This is our area of rain. Another little batch showing up south of Springfield and actually west of Taylorville. How about that? A little lightning strike in there. A couple of them. Thunderstorms out there tonight, a possibility. As this rolls off here to the east, as of right now, this is all rain, and we're going to keep it that way. No freezing rain, none of that ice like we had this morning. We're going to be talking more about that. It's coming up here in a little bit, so stick around. Tomorrow morning, though, out the door, finding more rain. We'll tell you when it clears coming up. WCIA 3 News starts right now.
Now on WCIA 3 News.
Getting a COVID vaccine isn't supposed to cost you anything, but some people are seeing bills anyway. And many have waited eagerly for their stimulus check to arrive. One woman got scammed out of hers. And thinking of going to see the Illini play in the NCAA tournament? While you'll probably be watching from your couch instead.
You're watching your local news leader. This is WCIA 3 News at 10.
They assured me no, said you don't have to pay for anything, it would all be covered.
But it wasn't. Instead, that Champaign man was billed after getting a COVID-19 vaccine. Good evening, I'm Jessica Coons. Paul is off tonight. Several people have told us this same thing happened to them, so today we tried to get some answers. WCIA 3's Bryce Beament is live in the newsroom. Bryce, people have been told they wouldn't have to pay.
The CDC says that people should not be paying out of pocket when getting their COVID-19 vaccine. Hospitals have said the same thing, but I talked to a man who wants others to know it could happen.
Or not as well. So it's a little frustrating, obviously, when the website and I was originally told, hey, there would be no charge, yet here we are.
Mike Nargelinas received his COVID-19 vaccine through Carl. He didn't have insurance at the time, but Carl told him he would not be paying anything. Then he received a $55 administration fee for his first shot.
I've got a job, I work, I mean, I can afford it, but it's the principle behind it.
I reached out to Carl, and they weren't available to comment on camera, but they sent me a statement saying, quote, most patients should not receive an out-of-pocket cost for the COVID-19 vaccine. Carl does not charge for the vaccine itself, but can bill insurance for the cost to give the shot. But Nargelinas says he was billed, even when their website says people with no insurance will not have to pay.
Just a little misleading, and that's unfortunate because, again, you do have people out there who are not as vigilant, perhaps senior citizens who don't have that access, and they're going to end up getting a bill in the mail and being confused.
And if you are confused or you don't understand it and you want to know, is my insurance company going to cover it? The best thing to do would be to call member services on the back of your insurance card, and they will be able to give you a definitive yes or no.
Brett Melton with Healthcare Insurance Plans says most insurance plans will cover the vaccine.
As long as your plan is ACA compliant, meaning the Affordable Care Act, then those will actually cover testing and cover the vaccine, whether you have or have not reached your deductible.
Melton says if you don't have insurance, then you may be able to find a program online that will help pay any COVID-19 bills. While Nargelinas is not mad about the mix-up, he does want other people to be aware.
Yeah, I mean, it's just a little misleading, again, when all this information's out there that it's free.
Nargelinas says he spoke with Carl. They told him he wouldn't have to pay, but it's been a week and nothing has changed in his account. In the newsroom, I'm Bryce Beament, WCIA 3, your local news leader.
All right, Bryce, thank you. There is a special open enrollment period happening now. It goes until May 15th. We'll have a link to those details on our website. There are just over 780 new COVID cases in Illinois. Another 12 people have died. The positivity rate continues to hover at 2.6%. Illinois is averaging roughly 102,000 vaccines a day over the last week. Almost 12% of the state is fully vaccinated. That leaves 11.2 million people who are not. State lawmakers pressed Illinois' top doctor about the vaccine rollout today. She says the state is expanding access in rural Illinois. It's opening mobile vaccine sites in Shelby and Moultrie counties this week. And in the meantime, Sangamon County Public Health reports 57% of all eligible adults there have already had at least one shot.
We've got it pretty well organized, and we all kind of know what we're doing now as far as getting people through, and most people report a very positive experience, and everybody's happy to get it. We're happy to give it to them, and so we try to keep it as seamless as possible.
I feel great. It is a huge relief. It's a relief to be able to be out amongst people again.
Illinois is getting $275 million to help the state speed up the vaccine rollout. If you live or work in Macon County and need a shot, HSHS is having a drive-through clinic. It's tomorrow through Friday. You have to be in phases 1A, 1B, or 1B+. Those appointments will be at their drive-through clinic in Decatur. For information and how to sign up, go to WCIA.com. Experts are warning not to fall for fraud as the latest stimulus checks make their way to your accounts. A woman says she was scammed out of hers. Bonita Carter clicked on a link to a site pretending to be Amazon Prime shortly after getting her check, and the hackers drained her account.
I cried. I cried for like 2 days. I was really hurt because I really needed that money. I had bills to pay. My car broke down. I need to get my car fixed, and I need to get things for my kids as well.
The Better Business Bureau says scammers may try to text, call, or email you to share your personal info or card numbers if your stimulus money is mailed out. Here's a follow-up. License plate reader cameras are going up in Decatur neighborhoods. This is part of a new plan to combat gun violence. Police brought the idea to council tonight. They approved an agreement to lease 60 cameras. They will only be used to solve crimes, and they will delete data after a month. They'll be installed 6 to 8 weeks after the contract is signed. We have an update to a shooting. State police say this man is accused of shooting a 17-year-old after a fight in Pana. He's charged with aggravated battery and discharge of a firearm and unlawful possession of a weapon by a felon. A 30-year-old St. Joe man is accused of molesting a child. Joshua Rodriguez was in court. Police say a young girl reported the abuse to them last week. He's charged with predatory criminal sexual assault of a child. Red Cross volunteers are helping 37 people after a fire in Bloomington. Flames tore through the apartment complex last night. Volunteers are making sure people have a place to stay, food, clothing, and that their medical needs are met.
With just the amount of water weight that building held, it actually ended up bursting out some of the walls, and some of the structure just didn't hold. The entire attic and second floor caved into the first.
The cause of the fire is being investigated. OSF in Urbana will be getting a new addition. They announced a new helipad. It'll take about 8 to 10 weeks to build, but the hospital says when it's ready, this will save a lot of time. And in a life or death situation, every minute counts.
We are moving, we're growing, and we'll be able to more expertly and quickly care for patients.
This will cost about $500,000. Warmer temperatures means it's time for construction. This week in Mahomet, traffic will be affected at the intersection of 150 and Lake of the Woods Road. Project was put on hold because of today's weather, but sewer lines are being replaced. Traffic will be reduced to 1 lane. And there will be some nighttime closures on 74 starting Wednesday. IDOT is removing the old bridge beams at Mattis Avenue. That work will be done from 10 p.m. to 6 a.m. Wednesday and Thursday. Similar closures will happen next Sunday and Monday. A sign detour will be in place to help traffic. It was celebration day for the Illini, but they already have their eyes on the next prize. Plus, wind and ice did more than pelt homes today, what they also knocked down. And Kevin, the damage, not pretty.
Yeah, not good. You know, a little bit of ice. The wind really caused some issues out there. So we've got, we'll talk more about the tower and power lines that were down because of that ice and the wind when we come back. It's actually foggy out there tonight, so that's the next thing. And a little rainy for some. Recap today, 44-33. You can see the highs, the lows, the records, the normals. We go back above normal here soon. Get you details on that when the winds calm down and more on the rain coming up.